Hey, it's the preacher, and today we're going to hull some walnuts, and I got a great pro tip for you, and I won't even make you wait till the end to see me do it. Wear dark, dirty work clothes, stuff that you don't care if they get stained walnut brown. Even better yet, wear camo. Looky there. You just add a little brown to it, adds to the realism, and it's natural. Let me show you what we're working with. Black walnuts come in a husk, and you have to take the husk off in order for the nut to dry and cure properly. And it's a real dirty mess. It's better if you do them green, but we didn't have that option. So we're going to get the husk off these, get them washed, and let them dry. I'll show you how. Okay, here's your walnut. Now, the best thing to do is when they're a little green, hit them or run over them. But if they're a little bit black or a whole lot black, you can just twist them like this. And you can work this fibrous husk off there. When you get most of that husk off, you'll end up with a hard shelled nut on the inside. I know it's dark and I'm dark and it's dark outside, but that's basically what you end up with. Or you can hit them with a hammer and break that loose and then peel it off.
Please not. You selling hay today? Came back after 3 more bales. I don't have much more to sell. I've got to.
Oh no. Brown. This is my 3rd glove. You can tell exactly. And it's stained. Look at that. It ain't coming off. My formerly nicotine stained fingers. Looks like I just dug around in a can of Copenhagen, don't it? Let's talk about these holes. Now, walnut holes have a toxin in them, and I'm no scientist, and I don't play one on YouTube either. But stuff doesn't grow under walnut trees for a reason. Whatever's in this kills other plants, prevents them from growing, stunts their growth. I don't know how you want to word it. I've also heard that you can throw these in ponds. Get a whole bunch of walnut holes, throw them in a pond. It'll take the oxygen out and like kill all the fish in a pond. So don't go throwing them in a pond. Don't go throwing them in your compost pile. I've seen some videos where guys do that. Do it at your own risk. I'm not. What I've got is a little brush pile here I wish was dead. And we'll see if the walnut holes do me a favor. Alright, there's what we have in there. We have a few that are hard as rocks, and so we just throw them in there to add to it. All the rest of them have been husked pretty good. And this is the only specialized tool you'll need. A drill. You don't have to use a cordless. Probably a plug-in drill would be better. But this paint stir, this was like $6.45. So don't skimp. Go buy you a good one. We've got them in a trash can. And then we're going to dump them out on a bread basket and strain them. So let's add some water to it. You don't want a lot of water. You want enough to cover them and get them swirling around, but you don't want it half full of water. You need enough to completely cover. You need enough to completely cover the walnuts so that the bad ones will float to the top. They'll all float with a husk on them, but once you get the husk off, only the bad ones will float to the top. All right, let's give it a turn. All right, let's pour it out and give them a rinse.
What you see?
Alright, I have less water in there this time because I got most of the crud off on the first rinse, so this will be our final. Let's see what they're looking like. Still a couple that need to be cleaned a little better, but alright, we didn't do this last time. We did it all in the trash can, but I've poured some of the water out and put all of the walnuts in a 5-gallon bucket to see if that makes them rub together more, because what really peeling this off is not the drill paddle. It's the walnut on walnut that's taking it off. I think my bucket's cracked. Now I think the bucket does do a better job, but you need a better bucket. That one's pretty old and kind of brittle, so that's probably on me, but it definitely does keep them in tight and makes them roll on each other more. Okay, so you need to put them in something that air can flow through. If you want to lay them out on a screen, that's fine. Take a screen off your window and lay them out on it. Just be sure and put it back. We're going to set these up and let a fan blow across them until they get dry. And then when they get really dry, after a couple days of the fan running on them, we'll put them in an onion sack and hang them up and let them hang for a couple of months up to a couple of years. And you just have to be aware that squirrels, rats, chipmunks, they would all love to steal these from you. So if you're going to store them somewhere in a container they can't get into, or in an area that they don't have access. Otherwise, all of your hard work is for nothing. Alright, here's some we did last night. We had a fan. We had these sitting in a tray in the garage, had a fan on them, and they're pretty dry. And as you can see, when they dry out, they don't look near as dark. Even though there is a little bit of the pulp left right there, I don't think it's enough to worry about. You don't have to let these cure, and most people do. You could eat them right now as is. I think they come out a little better if you let them cure a little bit. How about a walnut stained thumbs up? You guys look like you've cleaned walnuts That's how we do it. If you do it better, you do it different, we did it wrong, whatever it is, you tell us in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next video.